First of all, hello, and thank you, Akhilesh and TCS for inviting us. We're very lucky to have such a great partner as TCS and for hosting such an important event. It's great to be with you, even though it is virtual. And I know with such an international audience, you will wonder where on earth is that accent from. So I live in Ireland and I've been home now for more than 12 months continuously. So my Irish accent is probably re-emerging. So I'll try to speak reasonably clearly and not to confuse everybody. So they say a lot can change in a year, but really could anyone have imagined just by how much? In just 1 year, we've seen free movement halted, airports fall silent, and schools close. Today, most of us are working differently, living differently, and even thinking differently. It hasn't been easy, but we have found new ways to adapt, collaborate, and connect. We demonstrated our resilience, and we continue to show it every day, even today. In the middle of this, I even managed to switch jobs and joined Oracle, all of which was done virtually. And although I have been in the new role now for 3 months, I can't wait for the day to meet my new colleagues in person. So as Akhilesh mentioned, we are in a period of global turmoil. And this past year has been one of great change. We've witnessed so much. I mean, wildfires raging in Australia, underscoring climate change. The Black Lives Matter marches demanding diversity and inclusion. A hugely tumultuous US election saw violence even in the US Capitol. And of course, the global health crisis that we've all endured. Still, I believe this year of chaos will bring about incredible opportunities. One of those is the role technology can play in helping us recover, adapt, and move forward. Industries from healthcare to public sector to finance are all investing again heavily in IT. Lessons have been learned and they want more control over the future. This is fueling a race to the cloud, and we'll describe what that really means. What does cloud mean? Where organizations can basically implement constant improvements to their systems, gain access no matter where they are, which is important from a remote working perspective, and ensure safety and security of their data. Whether it's a bank closing its books remotely, real-time oversight of a supply chain, or a mask manufacturer running at 5 times its normal capacity, the cloud has never been more valuable. It's enabled a number of businesses to flourish during these incredible times. Contactless payment providers are benefiting from the shift from cash to digital payments. Grocery and food delivery apps have taken off. And the gaming industry, interestingly, is experiencing all-time high demand. I believe that if we use these moments wisely to rethink and regroup, we will set the pace for a better and more secure future. So, at the same time, my own industry, enterprise technology, must take a lead. While modern generations may see us old-fashioned, because believe it or not, we have been around for 40 years. In that time, we have gained unparalleled trust and hopefully credibility. Now it's time for us to really disrupt, with cutting edge and transformative technology built into every layer of our portfolio. If we keep innovation at the heart of everything we do, all of us, we will help our customers compete and succeed. We recently held a survey at Oracle of consumers and business leaders in 14 countries, which revealed that not only has the pandemic increased anxiety, it also changed who we trust and who we rely on to manage our finances. It showed people are rethinking the role of corporate finance teams and personal finance advisors. More than half of business leaders surveyed, so more than half, believe robots will replace some of the work of finance professionals. The majority said they want help from robots with finance-related tasks. In fact, in the UK, 65% of business leaders said they would trust a robot rather than themselves to manage their company's finances. I mean, just think what that means. It's interesting and scary and interesting at the same time. We know that using AI in finance can help improve performance by optimizing working capital and helping with things like closing the books, receivables, and forecasting, and so on. The good news is it will also free up people from these mundane tasks, letting them work on more enjoyable and innovative projects. We also know that people want to work in companies that embrace innovation. So if we don't embrace it, we may have a challenge to get the best talent. Therefore, we will struggle to compete and to grow. Okay, so value in data. It's another buzzword. In today's new world, organizations are also keen to use the mountains of data they collect, and they do need help finding the value and meaning in it all. This is why tools like analytics are being adopted to gain insight into this data, while businesses are writing plans that include data access, secure storage, and capacity. When a business really understands its data, it can make more informed decisions, save money, and improve operations and service to its customers. Let me try to bring that to life with a recent example. So Bausch & Lomb, one of our customers, the global eye care company, they wanted to make better use of the tons of data that they gathered. So they moved to our CX cloud, or our customer experience clouds, building a big database of that customer data, and using data from call centers to understand what users want, when, and how. So Bausch & Lomb now directly can reach out to end users on products with offers and news. So actually, it's about recognizing that this new world can be B2C or B2B, or even B2B2C. Deutsche Bahn, actually, arguably one of the world's largest railways. So we know that all businesses need to react quickly, be always on and connected. And this is a good example. So using their human capital management cloud from Oracle for more than 200,000 employees, managing over 2 billion passengers a year. These employees actually these days expect the HCM, the human capital interface, to be like an app. They need to be able to access from any mobile device, anywhere. HCM has officially become a consumer app.
It doesn't look like you have an app named CM. If you'd like, I can.
Royal London is another example. That was my Siri kicking in, which is always interesting, right? Royal London, another example. A very long-standing, proud UK business, actually the UK's oldest mutual insurance provider. And in this new world, their customers wanted agility, flexibility, and security. Royal London Group manage over £120 billion in assets. Actually, they were founded in 1861 to collect money for proper burials. I think that's a wonderful thing to say. But they had aging systems with little flexibility. So their ERP cloud enables better oversight and ability to adapt to the changing capital needs, also providing, very importantly, security and disaster recovery. The Tony Blair Institute. Well, so during this past year, we've also worked with health services, government, and charities to navigate this new world of vaccines and patient records and patient record data. This is a big part of our founders' vision and so on. So the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change, we have worked together, and we now provide 3 African countries with a cloud-based technology to let them create electronic health records to manage the vaccinations. This affects millions of people and hopefully actually will help save lives. But actually, another example is Oracle itself. So Oracle at Oracle. So it's not just our customers taking these bold steps. We're using the knowledge and lessons we've learned and applying them to our own business. Several years ago, we realized Oracle was not as modern and digitally focused as it could be. Cobbler's children, if you will. So we made the journey to Oracle Cloud ourselves. We moved finance, HR, our supply chain, and other on-premises applications to the Oracle Cloud. And actually, we think we achieved amazing results. We can now close our books and report earnings in under 10 days. That's faster than any other company of our size. We're about a $40 billion turnover business. We don't have to produce results and say they're preliminary and then wait another few weeks. We can get the results done in 10 days. We also cut the supply chain planning cycle from 1 week to just 2 days. And we reduced costs by 30% while boosting performance. Actually, when we're talking to our own customers, sometimes they're very interested in our experience as a customer of ourselves. So today, we are now one of the biggest customers in the Oracle Cloud. And by taking the journey ourselves, we have learned from our mistakes, and hopefully we will help pass that on to our customers. So, your digital journey. My question to all of you here today is whether your technology is where you need it to be. Do you have what you need to be secure, agile, and, as Akil said, innovative? So TCS's own COVID-19 survey showed a number of organizations felt that they were basically caught off guard when the pandemic took root. Most said they lacked the essential digital capabilities, and only 25% were able to deliver end-to-end customer experience. So here are some things to consider. Do you understand your data? Are you using it to gain insight and find things that are meaningful? Do your systems work together? Many organizations struggle with disparate IT structure that basically doesn't talk to each other. A modern cloud-based solution should have finance, sales, HR, and supply chains all working together. This is going to cut costs, boost performance, and deliver that end-to-end customer experience. I'd also ask you to look at the agility and speed of deployment. An ERP project doesn't have to be this huge project that takes ages to implement. For those of you who worked with SAP, you'll be familiar with very long delivery times. Not with Oracle, of course. I joke. But the world has changed. Customers now will not tolerate these crazy long projects. Projects have to be deployed quickly, and it's important that you get something practical and delivered every 6 to 9 months. So it's vital you choose a partner that believes in that and sticks to it. And I know TCS does. So in closing, as we forge ahead into the new world, where still so much is changing day by day, we believe the winners will be those organizations who emerge more connected, those who seize the opportunities and transformed into modern, better equipped businesses that can thrive and serve their own customers without missing a beat. So thank you so much for your time. I think we've got the chance to take any questions if anyone is brave enough. So if there are any questions from the audience, I'm willing to take them, but thank you again.